I would think of each mix before the day and come in and try to create some kind of aural perception, some kind of psychoacoustics that would be a feel-good kind of a thing and not necessarily a gimmick. That was really I think that was one of the main things I tried to attain here was a feeling of being at ease in this enormous sound field. Of course, remember, 5.1 is a new geography. It has a huge throw to it. It's not like stereo where it's in front of you. This wraps around you. So I gave you the perception of being in the band as from where the drummer sits. And with Jerry and Bob, Billy, and Pigpen, and the voices, not as you would be viewing the band, but as if you were inside the band. And this geography wraps around you, so it engulfs you and it has a vibratory effect on you that takes you away. And hopefully it carries you and transports you to that moment that when we created it. That was the idea, was to take you back using the technology of the day and allow you to see inside the music out as opposed to outside in. Sugar Magnolia was an interesting song because Bobby is really driving it with the rhythm guitars. And back in the 70s, in the 60s, the amplifiers used to be behind the drums. So I thought it would be a unique perspective to put the rhythm guitars in back. They drove the mix from behind, the bass and the drums in the center, bass drum in front, snare drum here, and the voices spread out in front and in back. But it's driven from the back. I really loaded up the back speakers with Bobby's guitar. So it feels like it used to feel like in the 60s and the 70s on the stage when all of the amps were behind us before everything started coming out of the stacks and the guitar heroes started putting up their armament in the front of the stage and became the fortress of amplifiers, sort of shifted from behind into the front. So I mean, and I don't like that, to be propelled from behind, by the rhythm guitar. Bobby, I always had an amp of Bobby and Jerry right directly behind me, boom, boom. And it felt good, so I thought I would take you into that zone for that particular mix. Very interesting feeling. I really like that one quite a bit. Jerry was just starting with the steel guitar business, and maybe he didn't have a lot of confidence in his playing back then, but it's just beautiful, and it's so unique, and it was so delicious. But I had to bring it up, and now it is the lead instrument as it should be. We also discovered maybe 30 or 40 seconds on the end of Sugar Magnolia after the break that just was faded on. I mean, it was faded right then, and there was this beautiful just vamp on the end that is now part of the new mix. So a lot of this material, there's some new guitars, there's new percussion tracks that were not used or used minimally, and there are extra added times at the end of many of these songs, like I like Candyman. There was a beautiful rave of vocal rave of Garcia on the end that just wasn't included on there for some reason. I really didn't go back and ask or wonder why. I didn't go back that way because this is a new day and we have new sensibilities now, and if it was good, it was used. If it wasn't, it didn't. It hit the floor.
Sometimes when the cuckoo's crying, when the moon is halfway.
I had in mind, I was listening to some Cajun music when I started writing that one. I think it was Doug Kershaw that I was listening to, that kind of rhythm. And I started working with that. And when we all got together, we started playing it harder. There was a harder edge to it because we were a young, rasty rock and roll band, and there was no way we were going to play that with the light lilt that you want to get out of a Cajun tune. And as soon as I started hearing that emerge, it was clear to me that that's where it wanted to go anyway. And there was, I guess we were right on the forefront of the crest of the wave that became sort of country rock. We had grown up listening to country music, Jerry and I particularly, on the radio, because it was abundantly available in the Bay Area, and developed a fondness for that.